Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Sam, and this is my co-host,
Phil. That's me.
and we are Bars and Barbells. And today we have a brand new group on the channel, Fourth Impact, and this is a request from Marshall.
Thank you so much for the request,
Yes.
Marshall. Appreciate you supporting the channel, and we appreciate everybody supporting the channel with those comments, the likes, subscriptions over the past year has been fire and unexpected at that, but we are very grateful for it. And we're excited to check out Fourth Impact because our experience with Filipino artists has been amazing.
So good.
Yeah, we've loved it. I mean, as well, not to forget, we mentioned the comments and the support. The support from the Filipino people out there has been fire.
Always come through. So thank you guys for that.
You guys are so pleasant, and we really do enjoy reading your comments. And we've said, Samantha and I have made mention of this in other videos, but we continue to say that we got to get to the Philippines at some point because the people just seem so nice just from all the comments that we get.
Yeah, 100%.
And some of those artists are, that we've done.
Marcelito.
C.
And
Yes. No, I don't know why I said Spanish. It's weird.
C. Oh, good. And Morissette. She's one of my favorites too.
Yeah, Morissette's awesome. She's one of my favorites. I've loved everything from her. She's been like a 10 out of 10 on every one, and we've done like 11 different songs.
Yeah.
So Marcelito's been great. We did Almira Lat as well.
Yes.
She's singing
She
down
was
the,
beautiful as well.
you know, she was a bride and sang herself down
That was
the
so
aisle.
cool to see.
Yeah, and so in general, we've done a few other ones. I think SB19 was another one. There's probably others that I'm forgetting at this point, but it's been great. I've really enjoyed our introduction to Filipino talent, and it seems like it's never ending. So before we get started, we just have a little pop quiz question for you.
Yeah, we want to know how well you guys know Fourth Impact, and we want to know what international talent show series were they on, and they were in the finals in 2015.
Yeah, if you know that, let us know. It's probably easy for you guys that are fans who are like, guys, we know this one. But hey, we didn't know it, so it's news
We're learning
to us.
something new, so if you're new here and you're learning something new, well, that's good too. So stay around to the end for the answer.
Yeah, and sometimes subscribers come through that aren't accustomed to the artist because they've subscribed for other artists on our channel.
Yeah, and they get introduced to somebody new.
And so then they learn from us. Anyways, let's shut up. Let's learn about Fourth Impact a little bit more ourselves. This is from The Greatest Showman, which I believe is a movie. The song is Never Enough, so they're doing a cover. And I can't remember the artist's name off the top of my head. Do you remember?
No.
Lauren or something like that. Sorry, guys, I can't remember the main artist. That's blasphemous to some of you, I'm sure. But we don't know that artist.
We've never seen the movie, so.
Exactly as well. Anyways, let's get into Never Enough by Fourth Impact.
I'm trying to hold my breath. Let it stay this way. Can't let this moment end. You set off a dream in me, getting louder now. Can you hear it echoing? My hand, will you share this with me? 'Cause darling, without you, all the shine of 1,000 spotlights, all the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough, never be enough. Towers of gold are still so little. These hands could hold the world, but it'll never be enough, never be enough for me. Never, never.
Let's go.
All the shine of 1,000
Easy, girls.
For me.
Fourth Impact just lit up the studio.
Yeah, they killed it. They sounded so good. I do know this song.
Yeah, we've done Morissette did this version.
Okay, that's why it
song.
sounds familiar. Yeah, true. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I was like,
I didn't know this song just off of whim. That's, when I was singing it, it wasn't because I knew it any other reason other than I think we've done it on the channel. I wasn't listening to this on my own.
Well, no, but sometimes when a song, like the song's relatively repetitive, right? So
Yes,
sometimes when you hear it
that's
in the
true.
beginning, you can like kind of pick up what they're going to say. So
True.
that's what I just figured. But
Anyways, what are your
yeah.
thoughts on their performance?
I thought they did awesome. They had such a large vocal range, and it was really cool, I think, to hear it with multiple group members opposed
Yeah.
to just one person.
For
Like, they
sure.
brought a lot of different ranges and
lot of
diversity
variety
to the
to
song.
it, yeah.
So I thought that was really cool. And then, I thought that how they started a little bit slower with like just one of them at the time, and then they really picked it up throughout and brought that higher vocal range as the performance went on with more of the harmonies.
That's something we really like about Morissette, that she does well.
Yes.
She builds songs great in a great way.
Yeah, and I thought they did very similar to that,
Yes.
right? But almost on another level, because not only was it just one of them doing that, it was like they were doing that and then also harmonizing at the same time, which was cool.
Yeah, I totally agree. It was great to see the dynamic between all of them on one song, and you have so much variety. They're all great. They have a lot of
Yeah.
strength. They have a lot of clarity, a lot of breath control, making sure that they play off of each other in the right way. I wasn't sure in the beginning, as you alluded to, where we were going to go with it. You never know with vocal performances. Sometimes somebody's, got a great vocal. Sometimes people are overhyped, but they definitely lived up to the hype in the regard
Yeah.
of my expectations. But in the beginning, I was like, I don't know. And then they just exploded. And like you said, they were building it up, I think, and keeping you on your seat, keeping you engaged. And then they, the whole performance, I mean, it's 3.5 minutes. And I normally will stop and pause and talk about it a little bit, but they just kept building it through
Yeah, I
so
don't really
well
stop.
throughout. I was like, no, let's just keep going, girls, and doing your thing. And they're all super talented. So I would like to hear more from them, because I think they have a strong potential to do this, well on a lot of different songs.
Yeah, in the beginning when it was a little bit softer and they were just getting started, I also felt like I heard a little bit more of an accent, almost like a little
you?
bit in the not the clarity of their delivery, but more so just like the pronunciation, I guess, of the words.
I didn't notice.
But I felt like as it went on, that tapered off a little bit. Like I didn't hear it as much. It was just like in the very beginning, like I think the first two girls. But
Yeah. And I love the passion that they had. I love
Yes.
seeing them just sitting here. Obviously, they're in front of the drum set, but they're just sitting down,
Yeah.
chilling and ripping out these vocals.
belting it out.
Yeah, making it look easy at that, and did an outstanding job. So I enjoyed this one, Marshall. That was a great suggestion. I think you enjoyed it as well.
Me too. And one thing I love about groups like this, like I feel like all of the groups that we've done, the more kind of like pop style groups, is they all have such a unique personal style too, which I love to see. Like every single one of them is like dressed differently. They all have their hair differently. Like it's cool that they all have like their own unique personality too, which is cool.
Yeah, I think what I've liked though, I'm a little bit biased. I'm a little more traditional, I'll say, in that I don't like, you'll never see me on camera with purple hair or blue hair or, going a little crazy with my outfits. And I have no problem.
Mohawk.
Yeah. I have no problem with people that do that. Like if you want to be creative with your look, go for it. It's just not something that I am going to do. So when I see other people that are dressing similarly to the way I would dress, then I resonate with that clearly a little bit more. But what I was going to say is with a lot of the Filipino artists that we've seen thus far, they tend to have a little more reserved style.
Yeah,
like
they're very
Morissette is not
classy.
like, showing off a bunch of skin or anything like that. These girls, maybe it's different in other videos that they do, and if they do that, that's fine. But I do like seeing this, that we're focusing on their talent and their ability, and I'm not looking at like
Their butt.
somebody's boobs popping out or something like that.
Yeah.
That's not my focus. I'm focused on their capabilities as artists, and that's
Yeah.
what I really appreciate.
For sure. Yeah, I would agree with that.
That's it. Nothing to add. I would agree. That's it.
Well, I do agree. I think that it's important to focus on their talent, right? I mean, we have done some people, like some of the K-pop artists, like Blackpink, for example, and they're definitely not.
Even them though, they're not even close to what happens in the West.
No. But I'm just saying they're a little bit more like flashy, I would say.
A little bit.
But they're not like provocative or anything. They're just
Yeah.
a little bit more like flashy. And I almost like that they can do that without being provocative, because it gives them a flair and a uniqueness to their style without having to make it so sexualized.
Yeah. Also, they're from a different part of the world too, though, right? I was
Yeah.
specifically discussing more of the Filipino
Yeah.
artists that we've done.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if that's a cultural difference
maybe.
of like Filipino people. You guys can let us know probably if, you guys dress a certain way and that's expected culture. If it's, because in the West, in North America in particular, it's like do whatever the hell you want and nobody's going to say anything to you at all. And, whereas that wasn't the case like 50 years ago. The expectation would you'd have a certain dress on or you'd have a certain suit on or something like that. So things have changed, right? And that's what culture generally does change over time. So I just don't know what the Filipino culture is. So you guys can explain it to me and enlighten me. And I love being educated on culture.
Yeah.
So if you do, we appreciate that. Like I said, we always appreciate your comments. Make sure you hit the like button for us. If you want to subscribe, come along this journey that we're on. We would appreciate having you with us. But before we go, we've got to give you a quick answer to a pop quiz question that we gave you in the beginning.
Yeah. So the name of that international talent show was the X Factor, and it was the British series.
There you go. X Factor.
Yes.
And so clearly they're doing their thing now. I don't know how recent this one is, but maybe you guys want us to react to something else from them.
Yeah,
you can
I'd love to.
Give us a suggestion below and we can take that into account, and maybe you'll see us in another Fourth Impact video soon if you stick around. Other than that, that's it from us today. We'll be back soon.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.